It's been 3 years since the conflict began in Yemen. It's the war that the world has ignored. Rockets have been raining, the people of Yemen have been isolated, medicines are drying up, and now food is hard to find. Millions have been left starving. It's the world's worst humanitarian crisis, according to the United Nations, and as always, children are the worst sufferers. Take a look at this report, and let me warn you, the images could be disturbing.
Fatma Halabi has lost her 8-month-old baby to the war in Yemen. Her son Fadl died of acute malnutrition.
I gave birth to him between the trees. I returned here and we sat in this house. Days later, he got sick, feverish. I don't know, he was fragile. He was in a very bad shape, just as you saw.
Lack of basic medical facilities has added to the woes of people caught in this never-ending war.
There are no IV solutions or any of the basic medicines, not even Panadol for fever. Many organizations come here but don't provide medicine, or it doesn't reach us. This means that the patient comes to stay, but there is no difference between his stay here or at home.
According to UNICEF, more than 400,000 children are severely malnourished and fighting for their lives in the country. Health Ministry officials are unable to do anything and are making desperate calls for help.
The vaccinations are not available. We can't give plumping nut for malnutrition. We don't have any.
With money and food supplies running short, the orphan starved and malnourished mothers are a helpless lot.
If you look, you will see that the mother is malnourished. What do you expect to give to the child if she suffers from this problem of malnutrition?
Nearly every child in Yemen is in need of humanitarian assistance. But these calls for help are dying out within the walls of this country. The world and West Asia in general is looking the other way. Bureau Report, WION.
Either looking the other way or stirring the pot further. It's hard to imagine that the tiny United Arab Emirates, UAE, with armed forces numbering around 100,000 men, would have military strategic ambitions, but they do. Emirati forces have been in Yemen for the last 3 years, and while their achievements on the battlefield are debatable, they appear all set to capitalize nevertheless. Emirati troops have been steadily moving into Socotra. This is an island off the coast of Yemen. The island's location is key. It guards the approaches to the Gulf of Aden and is just 240 kilometers from the Horn of Africa. It sits on the lines of communication in the Arabian Sea. It will be one of the chain of naval bases the UAE is setting up with Saudi Arabia in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. The others are Port Sudan, Asab in Eritrea, and Mukalla in Yemen, as well as Djibouti, Berbera, and Bosaso. The aim is to better safeguard oil routes, curtail Iranian expansion, secure the Saudi coast. Reports say Socotra will be the hub where the UAE will be deploying 12,000 Special Forces personnel. Under construction are anchorages for warships, a huge airbase, a communication and command center, air defense and shore missile batteries and other infrastructure. There are unconfirmed reports that Yemen's President Mansour Hadi has leased Socotra to the UAE for 99 years. On what terms, it's not clear. Hadi himself is now accusing the UAE of bad faith. Rumours doing the round say the UAE carried out its own census of Socotra's 60,000 residents recently. It may be planning to hold a referendum where the residents may be asked to decide whether they want to remain with Yemen or join the UAE. Yemenis fear the UAE's money power will be used to ensure residents vote in favor of secession. So it's getting worse in the country of Yemen.